Alright, y'all. It is Monday, so we're gonna do our Mama Monday video here. And it's been a minute, meaning that's like slang for it's been a little while, so I think it's been 2 weeks that I have not posted here or done a video. So here we go. This is what happens. No excuses, but this is what happens when you move. So just did not make it a priority. And so now we're here in our new house and ready to go. And it's Monday. So we had about a week of moving, like a week straight. So we were extremely grateful to have the time to basically have two homes like overlapping. So we were able to move from our old home to our new home, and that was like best thing ever, being able to have that time and just slowly move in, slowly unpack as we moved in, and not have like an entire house of just everything there, just like a whole living room of boxes or something. So that was super, super nice. I'm just walking to this park here by our house, and so I'm gonna sit on this bench. So funny thing is this tie-dye shirt that I'm wearing. I I actually made this when I was working with a family, and we had tie-dyed clothes, and this has always been like a go-to like dress, t-shirt dress kind of vibe that I would wear just as like pajamas, or potentially as something with like little shorts underneath that as like a cute little dress. And now it is basically a t-shirt. So it's kind of funny. I found it as we moved and was unpacking some stuff that I typically don't wear anymore because of just what's changed with my body and the upgrades. And so it's kind of fun to now wear this and realize that this was something that I potentially could have been wearing just because of the style of the outfit or the t-shirt or whatever. So this is now my like gonna be my go-to. And then I am definitely grateful for the different like legging shorts, basically the pregnancy ones. As baby is growing about a half a pound a week right now, so we're both having some physical upgrades. It's a little bit tricky to just have anything tight. It's like so those of you who have gone through pregnancy or going through it or are on your way to these stages, everyone's different, everyone's body's different, but for me that's definitely been something where even though the pregnancy shorts, pants, whatever, even if they're like loose, sometimes it just ends up being almost like it's too tight and it's kind of cutting off your circulation kind of vibe, which is never good, especially on your belly, because that's just like literally where the baby is living and growing and moving. So you definitely don't want to do that. So anyways, I'm gonna do another part now, specifically on just after those updates, just specifically on there's some mosquitoes out here because we're in Minnesota, and I'm not in the grass, but I'm definitely near the grass, so they're coming for my O negative blood. So I wanted to come on and share about the responsibility of pregnancy and just becoming a parent and already basically having a lot of responsibility as a parent, growing a child inside of you and all of that. So for me, something that's been interesting is just looking at the overall, like, how you're feeding your baby nutrients, what you're eating, why it's important to eat certain foods, basically why it's important to not eat a bunch of preserved foods and processed foods, because all of that's going to the baby, and if there's not a lot of true nutrients in what you are we're gonna move. If there's not a lot of true nutrients in what you're eating, then the baby's only getting all the nutrients out of it, right? So like, let's say there's only a little bit of nutrients in everything that you're eating. Well, the baby is gonna get the best. And so then from there, you're not necessarily missing out, but you are, and also, I should say, you are already lacking it because of what you're eating potentially, right? So then if or when the baby is getting the nutrients from you and through the placenta, and that's, that's the way it's going, then it makes it extremely hard for you to really get any of it if there's already not a lot. So it's best to eat, like, this is basic, but we're gonna go back to the basics. It's best to eat fruits and veggies, nuts and seeds, healthy fats, so avocados, canola oil, all of these things are super, super good for you and for your body. And then just different grains and carbohydrates and just a mix of everything where you're not, which is hard, right? It's easier said than done, but it's extremely important because your responsibility level is keeping your baby going and getting nutrients, as well as that same nutrients, after kind of like the best is given to the baby, is given to you and your body to walk around, to move like this, go on a walk, just be able to sustain your body a little bit better, right? So that's definitely something that I've learned is, times where I might be like, oh, I'm lacking fiber, like I just realized because of what's happening with my body or whatever. Then, I start to eat more fiber and I'm like, okay, I'm feeling a little better, but then I like kind of step it up a little bit to the next level and eat a little bit more, the next day. And I realized that that's benefiting both of us, because in the future, once baby's here, then it's going to be the same, close to the same or similar with breastfeeding, where it's like what you're eating is coming out in nutrients and vitamins and all these things for the baby. And so when there's not enough, it's always going to go to the baby. Like, it's going to go where it needs to the most. And that's the most miraculous thing about breastfeeding, and just the fact that you develop a baby in your uterus and then like grow the placenta and then that's feeding the baby, like all these things, right? Like, we don't have, like, the placenta isn't just chilling in our body. It grows and is developed with pregnancy, or through pregnancy, right? Through conception. So it's really, really miraculous. And I just realized more and more on how much responsibility this is in general, like pregnancy, and also just raising a child when you're breastfeeding, right? Because you really, as the woman, are solely responsible. Like, I can have other people feed me or get me a meal or encourage me to eat certain things or tell me this new idea or recipe. And at the same time, if I'm not truly eating it, I'm not getting those benefits myself, and I'm also not giving those benefits of those nutritious foods to the baby through my breast milk or the placenta right now and all of that. So it's just really cool, and I would not be as aware of how much responsibility I have and how much power I have as a woman if it wouldn't be for the community that I'm a part of, if it wouldn't be for all of the writing and research that I have done myself, and all of the wonderful women that I have walked through this process with, as well as been supported by and supported them, vice versa, and just adding value. So I really want to give a shout out to all of those people. Give a shout out to all of those people who have helped with that process, as well as those who are going through this themselves, because it's extremely exciting to start to go through all of this with whatever stage you're in pregnancy. And feel free to reach out whether you are pregnant or you're not and you want to get pregnant, you want to conceive, you've already started your journey, all of that, because there's never like a specific blueprint. So the support ongoing is the most powerful thing that I have experienced. So I would love to be there and support you. All right, y'all.